The bull is the highest reality. Vrishabha. See, very often we do not realize Mohenjo-daro civilization, whether it is Vedic or not, people do not know. But if they know that bull is the symbol of the supreme reality in the Veda, it is not surprising that the seals of Mohenjo-daro, they are all with bull. It's a very prominent figure in the seals of Mohenjo-daro, because at that time the Vedic civilization had penetrated the life of people so greatly that the symbols of the Vedic knowledge were inscribed even in the coins, in the seals. This bull, now why is it that bull, this idea comes out there at this point? It's a system. That is why Vedic verses are not pell-mell, very accurate. Certain images come only at the right time, in the right place, in the right manner. This is the perfection of the Vedic knowledge. So it is only here, when you have gone beyond the mind, that now the real reality begins to manifest, or at least, first of all, where the bull of the radiances has grown by the wisdom. It is still not the realm of bull himself. It is still only the root, that plane, those planes, where wisdom flows. But wisdom which has been developed by the Supreme himself. The Supreme's wisdom is growing in the planes of consciousness, which are beyond mind, between mind and supermind. He discovered at his birth the source of the abundance of the Father, and he loosed forth wide his streams and wide his rivers. He discovered at his birth. Now when he reaches this point, this is now he has reached his home, going beyond the mind, crossing the waters of wisdom, that is of the higher mind, illumined mind, intuitive mind. Now he has come to the supermind, and there he finds his real home. So he says, he discovered at his birth the source of the abundance of the Father. There he meets the supreme reality, and loosed forth wide his streams and wide his rivers. And from there, therefore, Agni was now able to manifest his fullness. This is the description of a gradual evolution from matter to supermind. What Sri Aurobindo speaks of this evolution, in fact Sri Aurobindo's theory is simple from this point of view. According to Sri Aurobindo, this world is a world of evolution. In the scientific world today, this idea of evolution is more or less accepted. Therefore, we are sympathetic to this idea. But at one time, when Vedas spoke of this evolution, and the Western idea never accepted evolution, this whole thing would have seemed very bizarre. What is all this? First came this, then came this, then came this, then came this. What is this? But now, in a much better climate of knowledge, which is even supported by science, we find that this is a description of the evolution of consciousness. This whole sutta is devoted to the evolution of consciousness. And how Agni is the main force, main power of the whole evolutionary force. And at what stages, through what stages this evolution passes from the matter to life, life to mind, and mind to higher levels of consciousness to the supermind. And then to reaching to the supreme reality. This is the whole simple description actually. And Sri Aurobindo actually says the same thing, that now we have reached a point where supermind is to be ascended to. But according to the Veda, this has been at least attempted in the Vedic times, already done. And this is what Sri Aurobindo said, that the greatness of the Vedic knowledge lies in the fact that rishis were able to evolve beyond the mind. What we are now trying at a larger scale, that was at least tried out. India is a laboratory of the greatest achievements of the developments of consciousness. And this laboratory work started right from the Vedic times. They tried to cross the barriers of the mind. They went further, evolved, and discovered what is lying in the highest levels of consciousness. And whatever they have described is a description of their discovery and their knowledge. And therefore, Vishwamitra writes very simply in a way, in a few verses, he gives the whole story of evolution. And in words which are amazingly accurate. I think our time is almost finished, and I have not yet finished this. Can we do it tomorrow, if you don't mind? Yes, we should do it tomorrow.
If you have any questions regarding the last sessions, including the today's session, kindly give the questions to me today so that they can be discussed tomorrow. यस्तु सर्वाणि भूतानि आत्मन्येवानुपश्यति सर्वभूतेषु च आत्मानं ततो न विजुगुप्सते यस्मिन् सर्वाणि भूतानि आत्मैवाभूद्विजानतः तत्र को मोहः कः शोकः एकत्वम् अनुपश्यतः सः पर्यगात् शुक्रम् कायम् वृणम् स्नाविरं शुद्धम् अपापविद्धम् कविर्मनीषी परिभूः स्वयंभूः यथा तथ्यतोऽर्थान् व्यदधात् शाश्वतीभ्यः समाभ्यः अन्धं तमः प्रविशन्ति ये विद्यामुपासते ततो भूय इव ते तमः य उ विद्यायां रताः अन्यदेवाहुर्विद्यया अन्यदाहुरविद्यया इति शुश्रुमधीराणाम् येनस्तद्वि च चक्षिरे विद्यां च अविद्यां च यस्तद्वेदोभयं सः अविद्यया मृत्युं तीर्त्वा विद्ययामृतमश्नुते अन्धं तमः प्रविशन्ति ये सम्भूतिमुपासते ततो भूय इव ते तमः ये उ सम्भूत्यां रताः अन्यदेवाहुः सम्भवात् अन्यदाहुरसम्भवात् इति शुश्रुमधीराणाम् येनस्तद्वि च चक्षिरे सम्भूतिं च विनाशं च यस्तद्वेदोभयं सः विनाशेन मृत्युं तीर्त्वा सम्भूत्यात्मृतमश्नुते हिरण्यमयेन पात्रेण सत्यस्यापि हितं मुखं तत्त्वं पूषन्न पावृणु सत्यधर्माय दृष्टये पूषन्नेकर्षे यमसूर्यप्राजापत्य व्यूहरश्मीन् समूह तेजो यत्ते रूपं कल्याणतमं तत्ते पश्यामि योऽसावसौ पुरुषः सोऽहमस्मि वायुरनिलममृतमथेदं भस्मान्तं शरीरम् ॐ क्रतो स्मर कृतं स्मर क्रतो स्मर कृतं स्मर अग्ने नय सुपथाराये अस्मान् विश्वानि देववयुनानि विद्वान् युयोध्यस्मज्जुहुराणमेनो भूयिष्ठां ते नम उक्तिं विधेम
Continue with dinner time. I'll just keep playing it.
एक्स्ट्रा एक्स्ट्रा लिख देना जस्ट आई सी द बुक्स ये तो किसी ने दी थी उनको वापस लौटा सिगरेट्स ऑफ सीक्रेट ऑफ द वेदास Oh.